when I left school, Mum told me to get out, and I picked up this, wrote some numbers down. The station master came out, he said, "Are you looking for a job?" And I said, "Yes." And I had to do all the dirty work first, oiling and greasing. Then all of a sudden he asked me would I like to get on the footplate. I got up on the footplate, said, "Do you ain't been handle it?" No. But he showed me anyway. That was it.
Like the first time I had any contact with anybody, I used to go in the signal box at New Street, and Mr. Dunn was the man in the signal box. Old boy, smoking a pipe all day. And I was just sitting there for hours with him, and he didn't have a lot to do, so he had a little garden at the back. It was all well kept and tidy, and he used to let me pull the levers to lock the gates. 2 levers, one for the pedestrians and one for the vehicles.
Mr. Lawford, he had quite a lot of family, and he wrote an article in the Ringwood News. The headline was, "The Lawford family put 2011 years or something rather into working on the railway," because he had uncles and great uncles and nephews and all sorts of things like that. And yes, there was a whole lot of them.
You had Woods' coal yard, which is next to the Salvation Army. And
his yard was right on the main road, wasn't
that's it, Christchurch Road, yeah.
Yeah, on the crossroads there.
Yeah. Because in that siding, one end was Woods and the other end was the vehicle dock for loading vehicles. All the cattle feed and fertiliser came in railway trucks and was stored in 3 stores in the goods yard.
Yeah.
There was Bibby's, Silcox, the other one was BOCM.
Yeah, that's
British
right.
Oil and Cake Mills.
Yeah.
That was the 3 in Ringwood.
Yeah.
Was putting coal on the fire. We used to go out one day and he had this little jug and it was filled up with water. We put the urn on the top and we got the fire because the fire was really hot. It was over 160. So when we used to go up to one station, the water was nice and hot so you can have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or take some bread or eggs so you can fry your eggs and bacon so you can have your eggs and bacon. But the guardsman didn't like it. I wasn't doing passengers, I was doing coal trucks or cattle trucks from, Fordham Bridge to Salisbury or whatever. I was doing the train driving for over 30 years.
Like I say, the company I work for, Roll Along, they made these aluminium shelters. They always went by rail, taken down to the station, put on railway wagons and off they went. And Light Rain were the same, so the mainstay of the community really.
After I passed my test, I worked for Central Dairies then, and I used to go down there and pick up milk, taking it back to the dairy every night,
Wellworthies had their own siding. I would have been 18. My father was working on the railway then, and in the evenings I used to go to Wellworthies with my father, and they had an elevator, and we used to load the swarf, iron filings, from the lathes into a railway truck. And of an evening we'd load 21 tonnes at 2 6 a tonne, which, what's 2 6 a tonne in modern parlance? 12p, something like that.
In the 1900s, they had a heavy horse to do the shunting with. Well, you know what the shunting is, they move the stuff around on the tracks. And this horse was so big, when they put it in the stable at night, they couldn't let it lie down, so they put a sling under it and hung it from the roofs. Because if he got down, they'd have never got him up.
Well, I think the railway was essential actually, because a heck of a lot of goods. There's a lot of farms around Ringwood and Linwood and all around Ibsley, and all the stuff used to come into the goods yard there. I can remember walking down that goods yard. There was a very high platform up in the they used to back the truck up and they loaded it straight on, slid it straight on. And it was a very busy goods yard, and 2 men used to work there driving the vehicles around. Funny little vehicles, as I said, they were 3-wheel ones, weren't they? I mean, after the war, Wellworthies used to have all their steel and stuff shipped in by train,
Yeah.
shunted up into Wellworthies and dumped off.
Yeah.
And then after that, there was Southern Metals out there, one of the scrap yards.
Well, that was used to be wards, didn't it?
That was Wards, yeah.
That's
There was
right.
Southern Metals before Wards.
Jesus, the stuff you forget.
But it was quite a busy station.
That's what I say.
Quite a big staff.
There was. And at Frampton's, we used to have like seed potatoes come down from Scotland, and they all used to come to Ringwood Station. Sugar beet pulp, if you know what that is, that's that animal feed, and that used to come from Cambridge Way into Ringwood Station. So it was really, I thought it was quite
a busy-
operational.
yeah, very busy station.
Yeah, a great shame.
All I did was go and talk to the crossing keepers and the signalmen, and as I got older, I was allowed to work the gates. I wasn't meant to be there at all, but because we all knew each other, I did. So that's the nearest I got to working on it.
Another siding was Minty's, you know, the big warehouse on Castleman's Way, isn't it? Yeah, Castleman's. Yeah, they had their own railway siding in there. Smith's had a bookstall on the platform. They also delivered the newspapers around Ringwood. And they also had their own cycles, Smith's special cycles, with panniers on the back. And I think they were red coloured ones, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a caravan, didn't he, on a
That's it.
Bickley.
that's it. That really was the hub of Ringwood, so everything happened.